Okay people, this is a tutorial on 3D stereo cameras in Maya. I'm fairly new to it, but I've learned a lot in the last week and a half. So yeah, so this is something I did for my project at university. I will warn you that these special effects are actually done in After Effects, Stereo 3D in After Effects, which I may do a tutorial in the future, so look out for that. Yeah, if you have the blue and red anaglyphic glasses, you can watch this in 3D. So, enjoy. Yeah, so I did that. We have the scene here. What I'm going to do is simply go through how you make a stereo camera. It's not that difficult, it's quite simple. You go to stereo, create stereo camera. Okay, so the camera's above it right now, but you can see this is looking through the center cam on the 3D camera. The center cam is normally used for viewing purposes, previewing purposes, but you can also see the 3D effect on this. So now if we just move the camera around, okay, now if we go to perspective mode, we see there's three cameras: the left, the right and the center. Now there's some important things to remember. Okay, the three things that you really need to alter really is the stereo settings here on the attribute editor. Now I use off-axis. Converged and parallel are just as good, but off-axis is used more often. Interracial separation. If we go down here, we have zero parallax plane. When we turn this on, you notice that something appears here. And if you turn this safe volume thing, this is what you're seeing. Whatever's in the blue, you're going to be seeing this. And obviously, if you just rotate around here, this square here, this is the zero parallax plane. Now if we change the amount here, this will move in. Now the best way to think about this, the zero parallax, is just think of it as your TV screen. It's the easiest way to think about it. Whatever is behind that TV screen is not 3D, and whatever's in front of it is 3D. So basically, if I put the helicopter behind, go to stereo cam, if you look in your 3D glasses, there's not really a 3D effect because it's behind the screen. If we go to perspective now, we just move that in front of the camera. And if you look through your 3D glasses now, you'll notice that it's 3D. Obviously there's a lot of tinkering to go on, so we just select the middle one to select them all. Now the interracial separation, that is equivalent to the distance between your eye pupils, the left and the right pupils. The 6.350 that is on the attribute header here, that is in centimeters, which is the equivalent of the distance between your two pupils. So obviously if your scene is a lot bigger, you need to make your eyes as big as though you were looking at it. Interracial separation is obviously for the camera. If you want a close-up shot, you need the TV screen to be a lot closer, because whatever's in front of that is 3D. So we've got it here, and we've got half of it in front. You just play around with those. You'll get your desired effect sooner or later. But if we go to stereo again, we're on anaglyphic. I mean, you can go luminous anaglyphic, which is just black and white, effectively, but stay on anaglyph. If you look through your 3D glasses, that is 3D. Obviously, if you play around with these, you'll get a very different effect. It's quite a simple way of creating 3D effect. If you were to just render that now. Okay, so this is the rendered image. If you put your red and blue glasses on, you'll notice that that's very good 3D. That's just tinkering around with the settings. If we just go to perspective mode, as I said, I've just tinkered around. Interracial separation and zero parallax. There's never a one way that it's going to work. For different things, it's going to work better for different ones. So it's best to just tinker around with them. But now I've shown you how to set up the camera. The world's your oyster. So I hope you learned something, and good luck with your 3D